In this video, I'll be showing you 5 simple ways that will 10x your productivity in 2018. Alright guys, thank you so much again for tuning in on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a very important, but in my opinion, very underestimated topic, and that is the topic of productivity. Okay, we all know how important being productive is, and we all know that everybody gets the same 24 hours, but what you do with the 24 hours is what makes the difference. Without further ado, I'm going to give you my 2 cents on the subject. So I've written here some things on the board, and so let's go over it. Number 1, I've got eliminate all your distractions. We all know that we're surrounded now more than ever with distractions in our lives, okay? Our phones are perfect examples, okay? We've got tons and tons and tons of different apps on our phones that are basically useless, and we can technically, we can just get rid of them. But for you to eliminate your distractions, you need to actually find out what they are. So my advice to you is to have a piece of paper and track what you do each day. And by the end, you should be able to look at that list of things that you did that day, and it should give you a clue on all the things that you're probably wasting time on. Okay, if that's, for some people that might be YouTube. For some people that might be, they're watching way too much TV, or maybe they're talking to their friends through Messenger. It could be anything, okay? Now, number 2 is you need to plan in advance. You need to make sure that you plan in advance. And I'm not talking about, 2 years in advance, or a year in advance, or 6 months in advance. So the night before, you simply sit down and you plan your next day. That will drastically help you reduce decision fatigue, and when you wake up each day, you'll feel like you're waking up on purpose because you already know what you need to be doing. And number 3, you want to make sure that you have a morning routine, okay? We all know that a morning routine helps you kickstart the day the right way. But once I understood why you need to have a good morning routine in place, I started, I built one that worked for me. And you need to keep that in mind. Not every single morning routine that you're going to come across on the internet that some billionaire out there is doing, okay, it's going to work for you. We are different. Having a morning routine is very crucial because it sets the tone for the rest of the day, but at the same time, you need to make sure that it works for you, okay? Number 4, I've got focus on the present. I see way too many people focusing on, future plans and goals that they have, 2 years in advance, which in my opinion is good, but they focus on it too much. What matters is, let's say if you've got a long-term goal, how are you going to get to that goal? You need to, dissect that into chunks and simply have a day-to-day actionable steps that you're taking each day that's going to get you there, okay? So you need to actually start focusing on the present. What are you doing today that's going to get you closer to your goals? And last but not least, I've got to get rid of your long to-do list. Honestly, having a long to-do list, like, 10 or 12 things in a day, this is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Most of us do not have the built-in discipline to tackle that many things in a day, okay? If you want to make sure that you're doing really productive things that day, you need to make sure that you don't do more than 5 things. This is not a rule of thumb. This is something that I have come to realize, that if I try and do more than 5 things in a day, I usually don't get them done. Imagine a computer from back in the day. If you give them 5 different tasks to do at one time, what happens? It starts to buffer and it takes a lot of time to load, right? It's the same thing with your brain, okay? Your brain's constantly thinking about what you need to be doing today. So make sure that you have a very short and sharp to-do list with things that are actually important. These are the most crucial things that will for sure get you closer to where you want to go. Alright guys, let's recap what we've got on the board. We've got number 1, eliminate your distractions. Number 2, plan your days in advance. So you need to make sure that the night before you know what you're going to be doing the next day. Possibly use a calendar or something like that. Number 3, have a morning routine. I already stressed the importance of having a morning routine and the fact that it just sets the tone for the rest of your day. And if you want to be on top of your game, you need to make sure that you have a very, very good solid routine. 4, focus on the present, okay? Do not focus on 2 years from now, 5 years from now, a year from now. focus on the things that you need to be doing right now that's going to get you there. And number 5, get rid of your long to-do list. Like seriously, just don't have more than 5 things on your list, okay? If you have more than 5 things on your list, those things aren't that important, okay? Trust me on that one. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up, you subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be more content just like this coming on 2 or 3 times a week. Drop any questions, comments down below. I will answer every single one of them. Also, if you have any ideas for future videos, I'd love to hear it. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, fuck that.